Hello everyone, my name is Kunga Kwimi Desiree and we are on the channel Code with Desiree. In this course, we are going to continue where we ended and we are going to speak about variables and operators. Let's go on. Now, we are going to speak about the different types of variables. The first one that you are seeing are the primitive variables. What are primitive variables? These are variables that store simple values such as integers, floating points, characters, booleans. They are defined using the corresponding keyword such as integer, float, char, boolean, etc. Now, we are going to see in int, it is made up of so many types, which are the first one we are going to start with byte. What is a byte? This is an integer type that occupies 1 byte in memory, which means it is 8 bits. It can store from -128 to 127. The second one are short. Short, it is an integer type that occupies 2 bytes in memory. It can store from -32,768 to 32,767. The third one are int. Int, the number of integer that it can store in memory is higher than that of short and higher also than that of byte. It can store from -2 times 10 to the power 9 to 2 times 10 to the power 9. The fourth one are longs. What are long? It is an integer type that occupies up to 8 bytes, which means it is greater than int, than short, and than byte. It can store from -9 times 10 to the power 18 to 9 times 10 to the power 18. Now, the next thing that we are going to speak are float and the double. Now, what are float? We can say that float is just a single precision floating point number that occupies 4 bytes in memory. It can store decimal, that is from 1.4 times 10 to the power -45 to 3.4 times 10 to the power 38 with a precision of 6 to 7 decimal digits. Doubles will go a bit higher. It can stand from 4.9 times 10 to the power -324 to 1.8 times 10 to the power 308, which means that the amount that double can do is higher than that of float. Now, we are going to see char, which is composed of char and string. Char is just there to store letters, while the next one, string, is used to store usually paragraphs, sentences, or the like, what you know. Now, we are going to speak about the next one, which are just referential variables. Now, referential variables, we can say that these are variables that store references to objects. They are defined using the name of the corresponding class. As we can see there, we are seeing that date is taking reference to an object. Sorry for this error. There is a date before here. Then it will be date equals new date, which means it is a referential to an object. The next one are array variables. Array variables are just storing of collections of values of the same type, which means that it possesses different points or different boxes, but made up of the same type. The next one are constant variables. Constant variables, these are variables whose value cannot be changed once they have been defined. An example are final. Now, from where we ended, we have already created a project and we have called it Code with Desiree. You can call it how you want. It does not care. Now, when we enter here, this is how it will be presented to us. Now, what is important about this? We are seeing a code like public static void main string rs. I will make it easier for you so that you should understand what it really means. The public that you are seeing there, it is just an access modifier that specifies the type of method can be accessed from anywhere in the program. It means that if there is another class that is defined, that class can be assured that it will function if there is a instance of that class in this constructor, then it will give. The next one, it is the static. It is a keyword that specifies that the method belongs to a class and not to any instance of the class. The next one are the void. The void is the runtime of the method. And the last one is the main. The main is the name of the method. Now, we are seeing string with argx. What are those strings? A string is a parameter that is passed through the method. It is an array of strings that can be used to pass command line arguments to the program. And also, we are seeing that the string with its rx, it is just the method that the JVM looks for when you run your Java program. As we saw last time, we said that JVM was Java Virtual Machine. Now, as you can already understand what means this sentence, we can go ahead. Now, we are seeing that we are going to define different types of variables that we saw. Now, the first thing that we are going to see are our byte. As we said that byte can store from -128 to 127. That is what we said. If we put a number that is not in the range that we gave, like -130, we are seeing that it is showing us an error. Why? Because the range goes from -128 to 127. If we put inside the range like 126, it gives. And this system.out.println, it is the compiler. It is what we use to compile inside our console. Now, if we validate this and we press on the run project, we are going to see how it executes itself here. And we are seeing the result -126. As we were seeing, if we take what is not inside the range, it is already underlined, and if we run the project, it will show us errors because it is not respecting what we said. Now, the next thing that we are going to test are short. We said that short goes from -32,768 to 32,767. It means that if you put a number higher, we will take -40,000. You see, it directly underlined to show us that there is an error. But if you put something inside the range like -28,000 and we run the project, we will not have again that problem. It is giving fine. sorry, it's capital letter. I will give name as variable. Here we will give Thomas. Now, if you compile this project, we see that we obtain Thomas. The next thing that we are going to see, it is our integer. We are going to take long, as we said. If you do int of name, no, int of x, and if we give something above what we said, you will underline. You see, it is underlined. This will be the end of this course. In the next course, we are going to see calculations with different variables. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the video. See you later.